and welcome back to Cinema Wellman. I'm your host, David, and I'm so glad to be back in the studio after a very lengthy hiatus. That was not my idea, believe me. A perfect storm of three things or more caused us to shut down for several months. In no particular order of stress and angst inflicted, we had to deal with software issues, chipmunk infestation, and an existential crisis. Hopefully, our new software, DaVinci Resolve, not a sponsor, will not be as problematic and unreliable as our previous software, unnamed, definitely not a sponsor, was. The vermin infestation required us to totally dismantle the set and empty the entire studio space so the exterminators could exterminate. That whole process took a few months, not to mention 47 full industrial-sized trash bags full of acorns and insulation and other sundries. But we now appear to be chipmunk-free. And if you're wondering, there will not be a chipmunk movie episode in our future, since I'm still not on speaking terms with them at the moment. We attempted to shoot and post several episodes during the infestation, but the software mess helped lead to the existential crisis that had me questioning pretty much every decision I've made over the past 45 years. So, new software, hopefully chipmunk-free studio, and a bit of a mental health overhaul, and we are back for season 4 of Cinema Wellman. If you made it back, thank you so much. Better late than never. We appreciate you for being here. A few programming notes to begin. Season 4 will see the return of our top 10 bottom 5 lists. After a brief switch to a best and worst of the month, we will be returning to the top 10 bottom 5 format. But instead of monthly, we will be presenting these lists quarterly because we're still not sure how many episodes we're going to do in season 4, and we don't want to clog things up with me fawning all over movies from the 40s every month. I am self-aware. So look for a top 10, bottom 5 episode very soon. It's probably next. Who knows? I don't know the order of any of these. And then again at the end of June, September, and December. We will continue many of the series we began during our first 3 seasons, including a fan favorite based on no statistics or feedback. Which was worse? Our 8th, which was worst, will be one of the first episodes of season 4. And spoiler alert, I loved one of the movies. I even bought some merch. Go figure. Other episodes to look forward to in season 4 will include a rundown of our favorite animated films of all time, an episode about Hollywood's Hays Code era, and a salute to the late, great Gene Hackman, and the details surrounding our quest to see a new movie every day for 1 calendar year. I'll tell you about that. Today's episode will focus on a quick look at the 97th Academy Awards, which seems like it happened forever ago, because it did. We didn't get things done back in time for a full Oscar episode like we've done in previous seasons, so there's no need to go through the entire ballot with predictions, etc. I'll give you my ranking of the 10 Best Picture nominees, along with a reminder to paraphrase our friend Jeff Lebowski. Yeah, well, it's just like my opinion, man. I don't know any more about movies than anyone else who watches a lot of movies. I only know what I like. So for what it's worth, here's Cinema Wellman's ranking of this past year's 10 Best Picture nominees. And for the record, I'm still a little salty about the Academy's idiotic decision to include 10 films in the Best Picture category. Some years there aren't even 5 worthy films. Here's my breakdown. Number 10, Nickel Boys. I like the story, I like the themes, but I really didn't like the way it was shot. I was distracted by the technique used, and it took away from my enjoyment of the film. Number 9, A Complete Unknown. I'm just not a fan of Bob Dylan's music, which is why it appears here. I didn't dislike this movie, I just didn't enjoy it as much as I think a true Dylan fan would. That being said, I do know a true Dylan fan, and they weren't blown away by it and said they wished it was made about another part of Dylan's life. Number 8, Emilia Perez. So I guess there is such a thing as bad press. The pre-award season darling was severely damaged by old social media posts by its star. I found this movie interesting, but also kind of a mess. Number 7, The Brutalist. This could have been number 7, number 8, number 9, because it's so damn long. 3 hours and 35 minutes. I understand why it's this long, but that doesn't mean I needed to enjoy all of it. Way too long for me, although Brody was excellent and I think he deserved his Best Actor Oscar. Number 6, The Substance. This movie was absolutely off the rails. It is a straight-up body horror movie and parts of it are truly nasty. Demi Moore looks great, did an excellent job in this film about beauty, fame, aging, and a lot of other stuff. I know several people that wouldn't be able to sit through this. Number 5, Conclave. This just happened, didn't it? This is the Pope movie with a twist. Wonderful cast, interesting story, but I felt like I had already seen movies about choosing a new pope, not a pope as unique as this one, and then let me add that I thought it was very strange that some of the College of Cardinals were watching this film to learn about the conclave. How'd you get that job? If you don't even know what that is, isn't that one of the major things that you do? It's the one thing, whatever. Number 4, Dune Part 2. When the Best Picture nominees were announced and I saw this included in the list, I was pleased and I was surprised. Pleased because I thought it was a very good movie. Surprised because I thought it came out 2 years ago. Number 3, I'm Still Here. This was the last of the 10 Best Picture nominees that I saw, and I was truly impressed. This was a gut-wrenching story about a woman and her children dealing with the political disappearance of her husband. I didn't realize it until after I had seen it that it was a true story that took place during the military dictatorship in Brazil in the early 70s. It didn't win Best Picture, but it did win Best International Feature Film, which I think was deserved. This film features a 25 years later slide that hit me like a sledgehammer. I sometimes think directors overuse these time reminders, but thinking about a family going through this pain and suffering and uncertainty and then being told that it was still going on a quarter of a century later was stunning. Number 2, Wicked. There's always trouble when a popular movie, you see what I did there, is included in the Best Picture nominees because I'm sure there are members of the Academy who think that a popular movie that does well at the box office isn't quite what they're looking for. That didn't hold true for Wicked. Based on the novel and the Broadway musical, Wicked was a really wicked good time there. I hosted not one but 2 Wicked screenings for a group of work friends recently, and that was all great fun. I could do an episode about those screenings alone. Number 1, Anora. I was so happy when Anora was announced as this year's Best Picture. I honestly thought it was the best of the Best Picture nominees that I saw all of them, and I thought it was the best one. I thought it realistically portrayed the life of a sex worker in a compassionate way. I hate, this is going to surprise no one, I hate the movie Pretty Woman. I hate it so much, but I won't waste time on that rant right now. Mickey Madison was amazing. She did an excellent job with a complex character. I thought she deserved her Best Picture, I keep doing that, Best Actress Oscar, although many thought Demi Moore was a shoo-in. So that's how I ranked this year's Best Picture nominees. Overall, I was pleased with the major winners. Anora took Best Picture, Best Actress, as I already mentioned, along with Best Director Sean Baker. Brody was a worthy winner of the Best Actor, but he was a bit of an ass during his speech, if you ask me. The supporting acting awards were also well-deserved, in my opinion. I thought Zoe Saldana's performance was the best part of Emilia Perez, and Kieran Culkin was terrific in a real pain. I actually correctly picked all of the major winners this year, which is extremely easy to say now that all the winners have been revealed, but I don't lie, so... Well, that's a wrap for the return of Cinema Wellman. I am very excited to be back in the studio, bringing you this nonsense whenever I am able to do so. We hope you join us next time when we will do something. We will either run down the top 10, bottom 5 of the first quarter. There's a Which Was Worse. As I told you, we'll cover the 157 movies we screened during the months of January, February, and March. Well, not all 157, but a lot of them. Maybe 15, top 10, bottom 5. Whatever we do. Until then, take care.